Right, so hello, welcome back to the channel. And Jordan Henderson, he needs to grow up. Because in the summertime, Jordan Henderson moved from Liverpool all the way over to the Saudi League, and he's not enjoying it. Who would have thought that? Every single person, including himself, and now he's crying because he wants to return to the Premier League. But before we get into that, thank you very much for the recent support. It's been fantastic. If we could hit 350 subscribers as soon as possible, that would be brilliant. If you could share and subscribe, that would be fantastic. But let's get back into it. Now, Jordan Henderson seems to think that everyone must be quite thick because the way that he moved over, he said that when he moved from Liverpool to the Saudi League, it wasn't because of the money, it was because he wanted to go over and change a lot of the morals over there, try and help the LGBT plus community, and really just make it a better place for women and da-da-da-da-da. No one was buying it then, no one's buying it now. He went for the money, he realised that, it's not as good as what I thought it was, and the changes that I'm wanting to make, I can't do that because I'm just one man and can't change almost religious beliefs. And now he's like, I want to come back to the Premier League now. And this whole thing, it's just ridiculous because he's on 700k a week. I mean, at Liverpool, he was on 200k a week. Now, for a talent like Jordan Henderson, and you can say all his leadership qualities, so forth, and yes, he does obviously have them, he's got a wealth of experience, even on 200k a week, he is massively overpaid for what he brings to the team. Because his skill set is fine, it's a mid-table Premier League player, but because he's got passion and leadership, that makes his qualities almost enhance. And look, I don't know what he's like in training, we don't know what he's like in that capacity and what his man management skills are with the players and so forth, but skill set wise he's not worth 200k a week. So why on earth is he been offered 700k a week on a 3-year deal in the Saudi League? Now look, he took that, he accepted that, and he looked at everything they had to offer and said, I'll accept it for now because I'm going to try and change. No, it's not how it works, and people aren't fickle enough to believe that that's why you really went over. At the end of the day, Jordan, you chose money over morals. And that's as plain and simple as it could possibly be. Money over morals. Money over legacy. I mean, let's not forget, Jordan Henderson is the 3rd all-time Premier League appearance maker for Liverpool, behind Jamie Carragher and behind Steven Gerrard. No one else is there, it's him in 3rd. He captained the side to a Champions League win, something that hadn't been done since 2005 with Steven Gerrard. He also captained them to their first Premier League title ever, and their first title in well over 30 years. He's literally won everything with Liverpool, and he's kind of ruined his legacy within the whole England camp and even to Liverpool to a certain extent by going over to the Saudi League. Now, if Jordan Henderson had just gone over and saying, look, I got offered 700k, who's turning that down? Not me. I'm going to go over there for a year, make sure that I'm sound, and then I'm going to come back. Great, yeah, cool. A lot of people would respect that. No one's really going to have too big an issue. You're going to get some people like, Saudi League loyalty. You're getting paid 700k, you're going to go over. But it's the fact that Jordan Henderson has said, it's not about the money. Of course it's about the money, it's ridiculous. But now that he's over there and he's seen what it's like, I don't want to be over here anymore. I've got this money, but I mean, no one else is over here. His partner can't go out and do things because that's not what it's about. And he's come out and he's whipped out a statement saying that it's impossible to change things over here. We know that. Everyone knows that. It's not something that Jordan Henderson cannot change that. You didn't think you were going to be someone who was going to change it. Ronaldo's not changing it. Benzema's not changing it. What star power has Jordan Henderson got to change a country's belief? What Henderson's also realised is that the league is not as good as it's almost represented. It's a bit like an all-star weekend in the NBA. The defence is not really there. I mean, I know Laporte and Koulibaly went over. Realistically, they've not got many other wonderful defenders, so the likes of Alisson, Maximin, Mahrez, Ronaldo, Benzema, Mane, they could all look a bit better than what they are in that regard because they're not playing the highest competition. And Jordan Henderson is someone, of course, who is going to be over there, and he's not even getting talked about before he made this. A lot of people, I'm assuming, would have forgotten that he's over there, and he's thrown his England career completely away. Now, with the up-and-coming Euros in Germany in 2024, that is what he's probably most concerned with, due to the fact that they've obviously got Bellingham, Rice, and the midfield, it's not brilliant for England. I'm not saying that as someone who's Scottish and whatnot, but the midfield, it's definitely lacking the depth and quality that they've had over the past few years. If Bellingham gets injured or Declan Rice gets injured, they kind of not got many replacements. Now, Henderson will probably still get picked for England, but it's not like he's going to get a lot of game time, and at least he shouldn't. If Southgate does play him, it's going to be a farce. But that's got to be another reason why he's looking to force through a January move, because he's going to be looking at this tournament like, oh my god, I know there's not a lot of midfield places, but I need to be there because I've maybe got this one, maybe one more World Cup after that, but this is probably going to be his last international tournament there as well. And he's pretty much throwing his England career away by playing in the Saudi League. Now, what are Jordan Henderson's options? Well, I mean, Ajax are interested in him. It's a weird one because Ajax are not in a brilliant place overall. They've been very stop-start. They've had a poor season by their regard. It's been a disastrous one. So bringing in Jordan Henderson is completely underwhelming. Is it going to be a loan? Are they going to sell? The Saudis won't sell Jordan Henderson for cheap because they've just bought him in. They're paying all this money. Why would they try and sell him for cheap? It's on a 3-year deal as well. So they're interested in him. But if I'm Jordan Henderson, I would not be going to Ajax whatsoever. Now, years and years and years ago, when he was a Liverpool flop, he was linked with a move to Craven Cottage. Now, if Fulham were to sell the likes of Paulinho in their midfield, and it looks likely that he'll go at some point, whether that is January or in the summertime, because he is so good, I'd consider going to Fulham. I mean, he'd fit in really well there. As I said, mid-table player for a mid-table club. It's a good match, but it's not the one I'd be going for if I was Henderson either. There's two clubs if I was Jordan Henderson. The first being a return to Coventry. Coventry are pushing for these playoff spots. They could very well get promoted to the Premier League, and he's been there before. That's where he started his career after a wee loan spell. But the other team I'd be looking at is the team that's above them in the league, just played Newcastle. I've been looking to go back to Sunderland. Oh well, if he's going to try and get in the England squad, why wouldn't he go to Fulham? Why wouldn't he play in the Premier League? Why not go to Sunderland and get them promoted? After watching the Sunderland-Newcastle game, it's abundantly clear that the Premier League are missing those sort of games. The likes of Birmingham getting promoted and facing Aston Villa, Sunderland getting promoted and facing Newcastle. Then you've got the likes, if Burnley could stay up, and then Blackburn get promoted as well. These are the games that people want to see. Now, if Jordan Henderson can go there, help get Sunderland promoted, because Sunderland have the youngest squad in the whole of the Championship. So bring in that experience. Bring in the guy who's literally won everything there is to win in club football in England and across the world. Bring that guy in, get promoted. He's a Sunderland fan, and if he gets them promoted, wow, look at that. He's probably going to be captain. He's got them promoted, and then he's back in the England fold. I mean, it's hard to see who doesn't win in that scenario. He gets his confidence back up. He's playing in England. He's playing in a decent standard league, but he's playing for his boyhood club. Helps get them promoted. Why won't you let that be your legacy over whatever you're trying to do in the Saudi League and a non-move to Ajax? I mean, that doesn't benefit anyone, Ajax don't see any benefit in bringing Jordan Henderson in. Jordan Henderson doesn't really see any benefit really helping, grow his career. I'm not saying that his career needs to grow, but what does that bring? At least at Sunderland, you're back, you've joined the club that you started your career with, you're getting them promoted, and you're a hero. That's what your legacy should be. So that's my thought on the whole Jordan Henderson situation. It's a weird one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you have any sympathy for him, or where would you like to see him move? Thank you so much for the support on the channel recently. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It helps the channel out immensely. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, cheers.